Alrighty, fellas. So the time is upon us. We are less than 1 month away to the global Dokkan 9th anniversary. And I want to make this as concise of a video as possible. However, I would like to make it relatively comprehensive. And if you have any specific questions, go ahead and just leave them in the comments below. I will be happy. I will do my best to answer them. One small caveat to this video is the devs over at Global, at Akatsuki, they can do whatever they want, pretty much, right? So all of these things are subject to change. However, they do pretty consistently keep the anniversaries pretty regimented. They're pretty much all the same, right? Other than the characters and the events and such, like, they're all pretty much structured the same way. So here is, and really all we have to reference is the JP anniversary, right? So this really is the reference here. So we'll go ahead and zoom in as much as I possibly can here on my mobile device, and we'll go ahead and just dive right in. Again, I want to make this as concise as we can. So go beyond the limit. Maximum Dokkan 9th anniversary celebration is now on. So it looks like there is a number of times you can obtain special EX skill orbs for the Super Boss category. Oh baby, we like to see that. Super Bosses needs as much help as it can get. So the 9th anniversary Ultimate Dokkan login bonus, you're going to get just a pre-Dokkan Awakened base form Gogeta, who will get his EZA later on in the celebration. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You know, he might not be the craziest, bestest unit in the world, but pretty good, right? Also, another thing is we are not going to go through the kits of the characters. That would take literally, like, it's probably an hour-long video in and of itself. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below. So the login bonus, I want to say, is 3 stones per day for the duration of Part 1 and Part 2 of the anniversary. So around, that's, I mean, pretty much 2 months of, you know, 3 stones a day, plus the typical 1 stone per day you get, plus whatever else we get. You know, obviously there will be top grossing bonuses and this and that. You can expect around 1,000 stones from this anniversary. The Dokkan Wiki does keep a stone counter for the anniversary. If I can track that down, that'll probably, you know what, that'll be a separate video. We'll go ahead and just do that in a separate video, but count on around 1,000. Give or take. So, the 9th anniversary Ultimate Dokkan mission. So there's all the login information, all of the missions that you'll need to complete. And then this is to complete, you know, the special 77 unit, you know, 50 ticket summon. You'll have to complete all these missions and stuff. That will include, you know, Dokkan Awakening, specific characters, and, you know, tons and tons and tons of stuff. You know, using items, using support memories, blah, 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 blah. All right, so these are the banners. So there's a Dokkan Festival LR Broly and a Carnival LR Gogeta. Super Saiyan Gogeta that transforms. And then this Super Saiyan Broly transforms into full power Broly. There is the Dokkan event for the new Broly. Of course, you know, Carnival LRs don't get their own Dokkan event because they're not Dokkan Fest exclusive. So he just awakens from, like, a bunch of different medals, you know, Gogeta and Broly medals. There's the Dokkan Awakening support campaign. Hey, hello, there's a preview of the medals you guys will need to grind. These are the tickets. So the special ticket summons, will be acquiring these with login as well. Along with, I think we can collect them right now on Global. Like, we're actually able to collect some of these tickets. And then there will be sort of a like a week-long or, you know, a couple weeks-long campaign of, like, a pre-anniversary celebration. That is coming up, guys. I'm telling you, man, this is flying by. The year is flying by. We're already almost halfway through the year, which is actually pretty insane to think about. But it is absolutely just flying by. So the 9th anniversary coin exchange. So again, upon login, upon completing missions, you collect coins, and you are able to exchange for Kais, for orbs, for old anniversary, you know, free-to-play units, tons and tons and tons of stuff. I believe you can get skill orbs now in there. Those are certainly valuable, especially with the loss of Chain Battle. So we have the special red stone, where we're going to be able to select Dokkan Fest units of old, or it looks like those are just banner units. Just, there's AGL Wrathful Broly, Tech God Goku, God Vegeta, AGL Frieza, pretty good. And then here's the purple stone, which you're going to be able to get LRs and Dokkan Fest units. Those are paid only. Of course, there are the super sales. I actually believe they implemented this SNS campaign on Global for I think that was active during the last anniversary. But if there is no SNS campaign, they will supplement. Basically, you can click on that, and it gives you 3 stones, right? All you have to do is literally click on it, hit cancel, and and you get your 3 stones, right? They go right to your gift box. All right. So this is some of the stuff, right? Here's some of the actual content, right? So let's go ahead and hop into we're not going to hop into the events themselves, but we'll give you a little preview here. All right, so here is the Beerus story event. This is where we're going to be able to acquire Beerus right here. Again, forgive the crude mobile view here. We're going to be able to acquire Beerus, and then, of course, eventually Dokkan Awaken him into an LR, but that is not going to be until part 2 or part 3 of the celebration. We won't be able to Dokkan Awaken him. Yeah, there's the medal sum up. It's actually, he doesn't come out until part 3 of the anniversary, the actual LR, and then subsequent EZA. So here are some other events here. We are just kind of jumping around. Let's go ahead and hop into the Frieza event. This is where you can farm up Frieza, of course, and he does eventually Dokkan Awaken himself. And again, he will Dokkan Awaken in part 2, and then he will get his EZA in part 3 with the Beerus. You will, of course, you have to farm them up if you want to do the very, very special ticket summon at the very end in part 3 of the anniversary. It's very special this year. I guess I can give you guys just a little preview. I'll kind of just talk about it as we kind of search here. Go ahead and go back. Yes, we know about the purple stone. So, but this ticket banner that we're going to be getting, it is actually, you can use your 50 tickets to get a 77 unit multi, and you are able to actually pull on the banners. It has the same rates and characters as the 4 main banners of the anniversary. It's absolutely an incredible change that Dokkan made. They're not just random BS yellow coin LRs that no one cares about. They're actual useful units. You can literally pull Beast Gohan for free. I mean, the best unit in the game, easily by a mile, gaps the whole game, right? All right, so those are some story events. This is actually one of the first, events. Oh, thank you for the ad. I do love the ad. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you for that. I really appreciate that, Dokkan Wiki. Okay, so this is an event that can be attempted once per day to get EX skill orbs. So this is what they were talking about in the actual entry of the anniversary, right? You can get these Super Bosses category skill orbs. Very, very good against Super Bosses needs all of the help it can get. But think of, formerly global exclusive Fizz Goku Black, AGL Broly. There are, of course, some really good units on Super Bosses. The team itself is just not super cohesive. But anyway, moving on, let's go ahead and hop into the rest of the content. Not a challenge event exactly. That one's just a free and easy one. This is an actual challenge event where they want you to utilize the domain skills. Of course, Broly has one. And then, Fizz Goku Black, Tech Merge Zamasu all have these abilities. The domain skill, there's a free-to-play Trunks, Future Trunks, that has a domain as well. So you'll want to utilize the domain skill to try to take down Hit, basically. So let's go ahead and keep moving on here. Oh, God, I love the wiki, but I also hate the wiki. Okay. All right, so this is kind of the good stuff. We're kind of starting to get into the good stuff here, right? So this is the Supreme Battle Spectacle. If you've watched a bunch of JP creators, you'll know about the Supreme Battle Spectacle. So the main fight is Beast Gohan. And then, of course, the other sort of main fight is Gogeta, right? They are both incredibly tough bosses. You're going to need some of these new units to take down these bosses. They are so crazy. Now, Gogeta, you can, attack buff. Supreme Battle Spectacle Gohan, the Beast Gohan. I don't know his shtick. I guess we can kind of take a quick peek here. So he locks you. It looks like you can stun him. So that is the deal. And you can seal Supreme Battle Spectacle Gogeta. Oh, no, you can't seal nor... they can do that to you. Oh, my apologies. Yeah, so these events are really, really tough. So you can't lower his attack or defense. And he raises his own attack and defense. And he can stun you. Oh, my God, dude. These are going to be a nightmare. Again, you're going to want to, you know, have some really, really powerful characters. So hopefully you can summon Beast Gohan. He can take down the entire game, even at 55%. So let's go ahead and kind of keep going with the content, and then we'll at some point hop into like what the banners look like and all of that information. So those are like the big, you know, big time fights, right? The Supreme Battle Spectacle, and then the Dokkan Boss Rush. This is just basically a free 35 stones. All of the EZAs will be open again, or I guess the Extreme Z battles will be opened. And then, of course, all of the Dokkan events will be open. The second part to the Ultimate Red Zone Movie Edition will be open. We'll go ahead and check that out real quick. So we already have Dr. Wheelo and Mercenary Tao over here on Global. The rest of the stages will subsequently open up as the anniversary goes on. I don't believe they all drop at once. Don't quote me on that. I don't have that information right now. Previews. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that information right at this moment, but I don't believe they open all at the same time. Stages 3 through 7. I could be wrong, though. So let's just go ahead and kind of move on from it. But that will be opening up during the anniversary. I could see this maybe opening up a little earlier over on Global, but we will kind of see how things go. The 71st Virtual Dokkan Battle. Due to an epic global shaft, we are actually one Virtual Dokkan... Yeah, 71st... Yeah, we are one... It says Dokkan Battle. That's funny. It's the Ultimate Clash, right? So the 71st Virtual Ultimate Clash. That's funny it says that. So we are, of course, you know, due to an epic global shaft, we are one behind. We're all sorts of currency behind JP. Absolutely just tragic. I'm literally sobbing as we speak. EZA for Broly, Chilai, and Lemo. A very, very good EZA. That is on... So on JP, that was 2.5. So we're looking at 1 week after the banners drop. These guys will drop. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Along with a couple of sub EZAs. Very, very nice. The sub EZAs, we'll go ahead and check it out here in a second. But I can just tell you the sub EZAs are Broly and Paragus, and then Bardock and Gine. They are the sub EZAs. And then, again, Broly, Chilai, and Lemo are the main EZA for Part 1. So let's kind of keep going here. Well, I need to switch pages here. Give me one moment. All right, so this is essentially the beginning of Part 2. So February 8th. So that is, I mean, again, so we said what? February 5th we're equating to around July 15th. So I guess we'll call it July 18th, somewhere in that ballpark. Usually the parts of the anniversaries come in 2-week increments. Usually part 1 is jam slam wham packed with most of the content. Part 2 is going to have some content and tapers off a little bit. And then part 3 is going to have just like a few little events to do. So let's kind of go over it. So again, part 2 kind of starting on the 8th. You can see the Gammas and Beast Gohan right there. You can see the Dokkan Awakenings for Frieza and Sleepy Beerus. And then the EZA for the LR Blue Boys and Gogeta. And again, February 11th. I guess we'll kind of equate that out to like, I don't know, July 21st. Let's just, the 21st. That's what we'll call it. The 21st, 20th, 22nd, something like that. So let's see what other content we have here. So the Supreme Battle Spectacle, if you guys weren't, really... I didn't explain it maybe the bestest in the first part of the video. But we already have, actually, the first few stages up to Trunks. And they're going to drop them, sequentially, right? So they'll drop, probably they'll drop Super Saiyan, Evolution Blue Vegeta, and then UI Goku. And then for the next part, they will drop Gogeta and Beast Gohan, right? So let's go ahead and go back. All right, and then the Easy A for the Blue Boys, we already know. So February 16th, huh? Is that when the banners drop? When did Beast Gohan? We'll click on Beast, right? The 16th. Okay, so my mistake. So the 16th, yeah, that kind of makes a bit more sense to me. So February 8th looks like we're going to kind of start. It's going to be the beginnings of part 2. February 8th, again, equating to like the 18th of July, 17th, 18th of July. So, and then you tack on another, 9 days to that. So, again, these are very rough numbers, right? So, we're going to call it like the 20, let's see. We'll call it like July 27th. How about that? So, we'll go ahead and say July 27th. Okay? So, February 16th for Beast Gohan is when he came out. The beginnings of the anniversary over there were January 28th. So y'all can more or less do the math there. Again, these are very rough estimates, right? So please, forgive me if I'm not 100% on the nose here. And then part 3. So that'll be the 22nd. So the 22nd of February, that's basically a full month after the anniversary has started. So we'll just call it, or maybe 3 weeks. So we'll call it, let's just say August 1st, August 2nd will be part 3, and then the rest of the content here. So the rest of the content will include the last 1 or 2 stages of the Supreme Battle Spectacle, AGL UI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, the Sleepy Beerus EZA, the first form Frieza EZA, a burst mode. I believe that burst mode's against Jiren. And then what is this event? I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, yeah. So you can collect the mineral water and you can exchange it for stones, pretty much. Yeah, there's the shop. Yeah, stones and yeah, you can literally get 20 stones. You got to farm up a bunch of the water. But you can get Kais, you can get, a lot of stuff, Z swords, Elder Kai, Supreme Kai medals, blah, blah, blah. Lots of really good stuff in there for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and fall back here. Now, real quick, just before we kind of wrap this video up, we're close to the end here, but I want to go over the banners a little bit and when I think they will drop exactly, like exact time kind of thing. So I'm basing my sort of guess off of the 8th anniversary, right? It's going to be tough to tell exactly when the banners are going to drop, but I can tell you that units of yesteryear, right? So the prior years they have all fallen on either the 7th, the 8th, or the 9th. All anniversary units. So I would say expect them on those days. We'll say as early as the 6th and as late as the 10th, just to kind of cover all bases, right? So of July, and this 0500 time, Eastern Standard Time is 1 a.m. So 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They could potentially drop them the night before at 8, 9 o'clock p.m. Or they could maybe drop them a little bit later in the 3 to 4 a.m. range. I would be surprised if they drop them any time that aren't those times, right? Because it's just not going to align with working hours in Japan. So that is really where I'm basing my knowledge off of. Is I would just say around 1 a.m. Real quickly, we'll just look at the banner. So I'm skipping around a bit here. So let's go ahead and check out this banner here. So again, February 16th. This is of course the part 2. The part 2 banner was February 16th. So this was essentially 2.5, 3 weeks, around 2.5 weeks. After the part 1 banners dropped. This Carnival Goku, and then, of course, the Int Kid Gohan dropped. And then, again, July 25th, we see here over on the global side. So, pretty much all of the part 2 banners are, on July 25th or right around July 25th. So just kind of keep that in mind, and we're going to just call it, again, between, 8, 9 p.m. the night before, or like, as early as 4, or I guess as late as 4 a.m. The day after. So we'll, just to kind of wrap all this up, to kind of give you a very brief summation, part 1 is going to last you around 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and then part 2 will start. And then around a week later, part 3 will start. So the whole anniversary is going to be around a month. And if we get an EX part, that could probably last up to like 1 or 2 weeks as well. So we're looking at nearly 2 months of content, guys. So I am very, very, very excited for the 9th year anniversary. Let me know what you think of all of this in the comments below. Slap a like if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see any more 9th anniversary preview stuff, if you guys want to see, take an in-depth look at the banners and the units, let me know in the comments below. Consider subscribing if you are new. I absolutely love all of you guys. Thank you for the support. It means the world. And I will catch you in the next one. Later.